guys, I am here today with this. This is the 2026 Jeep Recon. Let's get into it. Okay, I hope you noticed that I'm in the snow, so I'm wearing my snow boots. Whatever, this is a Jeep, right? And it's our first fully electric trail-rated SUV. This is very exciting. So I'm here in this immersive experience to get to know how this thing would perform in, say, I don't know, the snow, the sand, rocks, all over the place. Let me tell you a little bit more. All right, let's talk about what's happening under the hood, or in this case, what's not happening under the hood. Okay, so this Jeep Recon, we've got a range of 250 miles. We've got 650 horsepower and 620 foot-pound of torque. This baby goes from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. I know what you guys are thinking. Electric car, battery, rocks, those are not going to mix well together. But Jeep has assured us that they've wrapped the battery pack in a high-grade steel. So let's take a look at what's going on under here. Okay. Guys, I just want you to see what this is like. It's the beginning of a roller coaster is really what this is like. This is incredible. This is phenomenal. P.S. I'm in an EV that can do this because it's a Jeep. Right on. All right, we've also got our drive modes, which are auto and sport and snow and sand. And because this is the Moab trim, we've got rock. I'm going to show you about that in a sec. Okay guys, let's see what's going on inside. Ooh, okay, here I am behind the wheel of the Jeep Recon. First impression, this feels really durable, but not cheap, like really sturdy, which is very nice. And I know this is a Jeep and that's how it should feel, but I'm pleasantly surprised about that. They've done a nice pass-through in here, which I always like to put stuff, but it's also a little rubberized. Everything's a little rubberized, which is really great. Okay, steering wheel, we've got a squircle. Everybody seems to be doing that these days, which is great. I've got a big screen here that feels a little bit more like a tablet than it does a screen. I've got another screen here. Everything has a nice rubber edge to it. And then I've got the regular controls on my steering wheel, but the layout is a little bit different than what I'm used to actually, which is really interesting. I could see how that would work. We'll dig into that in a minute. And we've got a stop button here. We're looking at this center console. We've got a start-stop button, a charging pad here, also a place to rest some devices, charging ports, as well as, of course, our all very important vents. There are two cup holders here. There's the shifter right here, and then my modes, which you know you're gonna need, are right here on the center console as well. This is a locking box because this is a Jeep, baby, and I'm gonna take all this stuff off. And so we don't want people getting in our stuff. The seats are comfy, the layout is great. And then, interesting things like this headliner feels not like wetsuit material, but it's an interesting, it's not trying to be fancy. It's not trying to be anything else than what it is, which is like a rugged off-road vehicle. I dig it. Let's take a look at the passenger seat. Passenger side. All right, so sitting here on the passenger side, we've got the all important bar for this person to hold on to. You got an OS handle up here, which is a little less sturdy as than this is, but that's okay because we know that we're going to be taking all this off. Again, feeling that this is sturdy, it feels different than the Wrangler, which is really interesting. And as the passenger, I can reach all this stuff very easily. I can access all of these. Is there a lot of leg room? Yeah, I would say there is. I'm not impeding on the rear seat at all. I've got lots of headroom, perfectly comfortable. Back seat, plenty of leg room. I'm feeling good about the leg room here. I don't have a handle, that's okay. I've got a little hook for, dry cleaning, like people do that anymore. But this is a nice spacious back seat. You can fit 3 people back here. There are also, because this is a higher trim, there are seat warmers here as well as charging ports. But what I really want to show you guys is this. Why, you ask, am I standing next to a huge pile of sand? Because we as automotive people love to say things like, it has 65.9 cubic feet of storage. And you guys are like, what does that mean, Motorhead Mama? Can I get my golf clubs in it? What about my hockey gear? Can I go to the slopes? Well, I'm sitting next to this big mound of sand because the good people at Jeep have put this together as a visual aid of what exactly 65.9 cubic feet of storage looks like if it were sand. Of course, I'm gonna look in the frunk. All right, so it's a chill frunk. Like you can put a backpack in here with all your work stuff. You could put like a couple life jackets and stuff, but you're not gonna put a bunch of like luggage in here. It's not an enormous frunk. Okay, here we are, wide open, guys. This feels great. I test drove that Maserati Gran Cabrio Folgore, which is one of the few open air EVs on the market. Of course, that has nothing to do with this vehicle except for the fact that that is a convertible EV. And this, for all intents and purposes, is the same. And I'll tell you what's really exciting about that. Number one, when you have an EV, you have the top down or it's open air, you're not breathing fumes, right? And when you go to nature, it means that you can actually experience nature in a really great way without breathing your own exhaust. Hooray. So there you have it, the 2026 Jeep Recon. I'm Motorhead Mama. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments.